This is a general reading for Taurus for the week of March 16th through the 22nd. So if Taurus is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. I have Nina on the table here, all wrapped up in her little shawl because, we still get that wind and the windows aren't insulated real well. So she's right here helping me today. And Milo crossed the Rainbow Bridge on Tuesday. Excuse me, not unexpected. He really had a rough few days before that with his renal failure. He was uncomfortable, and there's certain things that Yvette had told me in the past. Wandering and also panting; those are signs of pain. So I knew it was going to happen. Milo had a very long life, and the vet, when I took him in, she said he's not giving, it's very clear that there's no decision here, that he definitely was at the end of his life. So I'm going to be getting his ashes, and he's the last of the 6 dogs that I took to Portugal, and I always adopted the older dogs. And so he was the last one. He wanted to come back to Vegas, and this is where he'll be. Now, I'm still working on getting licensed by the city so that I can work at the bookstore doing readings. That will be a couple of months down the road because I have to do the background check, etc. When that occurs, I will post the link and my schedule. I will have a regular schedule. When you want readings, you call. They take care of the logistics of the billing and the calendar and everything. And so usually like you would call and you could have a phone reading that day. If you would be in Vegas, you could have a reading in person at the bookstore. And like I said, I chose the bookstore because it has a great reputation and also affordable prices. When that occurs, I will not be doing any more readings through my YouTube channel because I want to be transparent and no conflict of interest. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Comments are greatly appreciated. And if you like the channel, thumbs up. I'm still almost at the 5,000, just about there, and I'm working on getting the monetization through YouTube. I just have a couple more steps to do. It's the transition from Portugal to the US. I'm using the Light Seer deck today for the tarot reading, and then I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards, not as many as in the past. I want to make the reading a little bit shorter. And I really appreciate the support, Taurus, of your support of the channel. You're one of the most, views on the support of the channel, and I really appreciate all of that. You do not know how much I appreciate it. And I feel that, as I'm more settled down now, that we can continue to farm our community globally. And so I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Now, let's see what we have coming up, and I've shuffled the cards. And the first card we have is the Wheel of Fortune. And I like this deck. I like the pictures on it are real clear. I don't have to use a sticky to cover anything because I know in the other decks it's a very, the pictures are ancient or over years of tradition. So what is, in social media, sometimes we have to hide things because it could be seen by a larger audience. So, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So I, hide some. But this deck and the Hanson Roberts, I definitely don't need to worry about. So it's the Wheel of Fortune. Your reading is about what are you spinning? What do you want to create, to manifest, trusting in the universe, with the Knight of Wands. At the base of it is the 6 of Wands. Now look at that. See, look at the energy there. Receiving from the heavens with the wreath of victory. This is the 6 of Wands, moving forward. Behind is the Justice card, balancing, looking maybe decisions, keeping your balance. On your thoughts are the Moon. Now, remember, we had that lunar eclipse this week with the blood moon. Lots of energy related to that. Now we have the Eight of Wands, another moving forward victory card. Then we have the Sun. Look at that. Your overall reading is the overall theme. The feeling is sunny. Good things happening. And look at this picture. The energy of receiving from the universe. This is you right now, Taurus. We have the Four of Wands. And this is your happy home. So boy, we've got a lot of wands. We have the Page of Wands. No, is that the Page of Wands? Nine of Wands. The Six of Wands. The Eight of Wands. The Four of Wands, which is happy home. Conclusion. Two of Wands. All about projects and new beginnings. And the final outcome is the King of Wands. My goodness, lots and lots of wands here. The King of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. That's about work. Then we have the Two of Wands with the Nine of Wands. Looks like I'm getting all the wands here for you. Ten of Pentacles. So that's the conclusion card. Because the tens are conclusion. So the Four of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. Could be lump sum, could be home. And it can be prosperity. Then we have the Judgment card with the Sun. Looking at things are starting to manifest for you. The Death and Rebirth. Now, Aries also got the Death card. Now remember, the Death card is not death. And I guess I need to repeat that often because not everybody sees, consistently on my videos. So the Death card's not death. It is renewal and rebirth and death. Ending and beginning. Ending and beginning. So, and I'll give you the little story behind that. If you have to watch old movies or old like mysteries, I'm thinking Murder, She Wrote might have had one of the chapters, but someone goes to a psychic and they have to go through this dark room. There's beads, the crystal ball. She might even have like a little turban on, and she comes out and the people want a reading. And she pulls 3 cards, and one of them is the Death card. And of course, then you get all the dramatic music, and someone's going to die, and that starts the whole story. Or someone died. Well, that's not what this Death card is. The Death card is the ending and a rebirth, because it's we are in a phase of lessons, and because this is the learning planet. This is the place where we come and learn. It's not I call it, not the Disneyland planet. This is where we learn. We have our lessons. We have predetermined what we're going to do. And this is where we learn. And as we learn and complete, and we get that little certificate, then we move on to the next one. And so this is completing one lesson, one chapter, and moving on to another one. And you can even, and it's not always this that you're completing everything. That it could be that maybe your lesson is about boundaries, or about speaking out, or loving yourself, or relationships. Maybe it's about a relationship, but it could be specifically related to work, for example. But all the other aspects of your life are balanced. They're fine. You don't have to deal with, everything all at once. It can affect everything all at once because of the impact of it. And so all aspects, or many of your aspects of your life, are touched. Or it can just be part of it, because you do have your happy home here. For example, if you have a loss of a job, well, it could be that it can impact where you're going to live, a relocation to a different place, learning a different job, changes of income. It can be even the dynamics related to the home. Your routine is changed. that you used to drop your kids off at the neighborhood school and pick them up, and they had activities. But if you moved, then that all was changed because of the change of your job. Other times, it can be that it doesn't affect all of those aspects of your life. It's just only part. So it just depends, and it's different things for different people. Remember, this is a general reading, and it's different things for different people. And I should say, if you really wanted a specific reading, go down below, look at my information about your own readings, and that you would send me an email. It can be video or it can be live by WhatsApp at this point. So, this is a very general reading, and different people are dealing with different things. So Taurus, another Taurus could be dealing with something else in their life that is evolving. So the Death card is not the Death card. Then we have this on your mind, the Moon with the Knight of Swords. Behind you, the Justice card with the Tower. So something happened behind you. Six of Wands was the Victory with the Five of Cups. And then we have the World, which is a completion, crossed over by the Empress, which is having it all. And those are two major, you have a lot of major arcanas here. You have the Tower, you have the Moon, you have the Justice card, the Empress, the World, Death, Judgment, the Sun. You have a lot of the major arcana, plus a lot of wands. You have all the wands. I mean, it's just, and the wands are projects, beginnings. It can be in all different aspects. Well, and just like alive, it can be a change of jobs. It can be a change of project. It can be a change of dynamics. It could be something you're working on or working on yourself. So wands can represent different things. So your reading is first about the world, the Wheel of Fortune. There's another major arcana, and I just had the Flying Empress. Okay, so the world, the Wheel of Fortune is trusting the Wheel of Fortune, and with your Knight of Wands. Now, this card, especially in this deck, I interpret sometimes in different ways, because see, there's like celebration, and the Knight of Wands moving forward, the horse represents moving forward, and the drum represents celebration. Now, it can be moving forward, trusting the Wheel of Fortune. Other way that sometimes I look at the energy of the Knight of Wands as an irresponsible person who lives for the moment, not planning ahead. But I think in this case, it's moving forward, spinning the Wheel of Fortune, trusting the universe, and it's like going in the flow, saying, okay, I am spinning the Wheel of Fortune. I am trusting the universe in the direction it's going to go. And then we have the World, which is a completion of a chapter, and of having it all. So this reading this week can be completing a lesson, can be completing a chapter as you move forward to something new. So you can think of it that you're just about the end of this book for this chapter, or that you're end of this chapter in your book. And so you're sort of wrapping up, and you're seeing how things are unfolding. Because at the base of it is a couple of things. One, remember the Six of Wands energy, receiving from the heavens, the wreath of victory, and the Five of Cups. Now, what is the Five of Cups? Now, I really like the way the Five of Cups is represented here, because it's the three cups, and then there's the two reserved. Right there, there's the one, and there's two. And she's sort of looking at, pondering, looking at what happened. It's looking at and assessing, and it's victory moving forward, but assessing what happened. It can be new opportunities, but looking at the Three of Cups, what were the lessons there? Or what did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? What was the situation? What would you do differently? Because, and you have two bowls, two cups ahead. you can take things and turn them around in how you perceive things. So if in the past things didn't work out, or it didn't work out the way you wanted to learn from that. It was an opportunity for growth, because then those are the skills that you carry on to the future. And you can go, oh, okay, I remember that happened. So I'm going to be more careful, or I'm going to use discernment in future relationships. Or if it's a new business opportunity, I'm going to look and use discernment and not be impulsive, or I'm going to take my time, or I'm going to look at the dynamics, or, use those skills as you move forward, because then it's going to make it easier as you go into a new opportunity, a new situation, and it's victory. So you're looking at what happened, and then you're feeling victorious, because look what's behind you. I'm very glad that this was behind you. Justice card with the Tower. Now, I would say that the Justice card with the Tower means that there was a situation that was unjust, or justice came swiftly to someone. The Justice card is a decision, keeping balance. Or it could be like a decision by someone else. But the Tower is boom, something happened, and it was unexpected usually, and it pushes you over, or not over, but forward to new opportunities, new situations. It could be that something that suddenly had to be dealt with, injustice. It can be a legal situation. It could be keeping your balance in your world. It could be having to address something. But remember, it's behind you, so you already know what it was. It could be a change in employment, that someone made a decision about that, or some legal situation, inheritance, domestic, whatever it is, and it was boom, it happened suddenly, and you had to address it. Keeping your balance, though, that's important, because you kept your balance. But it's behind you, because what's on your mind is moving forward. The Knight of Swords, like how he's running to his motorcycle, and the Moon. The Moon indicates, see, and this is what's on your mind, that you didn't have all your information, and it could be related to the Knight of Swords. It could be related to a situation. It could be related to moving forward, or like an ending. And the Moon indicated that, you took your time, because this is on your mind, you're getting a clear picture of what really happened, because the Moon indicates that there wasn't everything obvious at the time. And you're moving forward, or it could be related to maybe you didn't have all the information about the Knight of Swords, or a change in the situation, but now you're looking at it, and then you go, aha, that's what happened. That was the whole picture. Why did I just get something? Okay, so I got like in my, there could have been a change in personnel. And I get that for someone that maybe you had a change in jobs, or maybe you were promised a promotion, or maybe there was a loss of jobs, and you didn't really, it was like, well, what happened? There was your Tower moment. Well, maybe it's because they had somebody that they wanted in that position that was not based on merit or skill. Could have been a relative, could have been a personal friend, and it wasn't anything about you. It was making some unwise decisions, or I'm not saying, maybe it's decisions not based on merit or skill, but on personal relationships, promises, nepotism. So whatever it is, the Moon was like, aha, that's what really happened. Like maybe someone gets a promotion, or they had promised you the job, or you read and there's your job posted. So the Moon indicates, then you get the true picture of what happened, because ahead of you is moving forward with death and rebirth. So there's that change. There's the Tower related to the Justice card. There's the Moon, that you got the to situation, because there is a ending and a beginning, and things moving fast. So it could be, and it's actually because of the Eight of Wands. It's a ending, but you're not stagnating. There's new opportunities. There's movement that's ahead, because things are very sunny. They're about ready to start manifesting for you, because the judgment is things coming to you from the heavens, and it's very sunny. Just wait, because there's going to be new opportunities. It could be that you think of this situation as the door closing. But remember that it's ahead are sunny things coming to you. As that door closed, it then created space for new good things to come to you, to manifest. Because you have happy celebration related to the Ten of Pentacles. The Four of Wands is a happy conclusion, could be home, could be marriage, and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles could be a lump sum. It could be a settlement. It could be an inheritance. It could be something found in your favor, that maybe you had a lawsuit, or some sort of money coming to you. But whatever it is, it's happy conclusion. And look at here, they're celebrating, and here there's the family, the Ten of Pentacles, having it all. But remember, tens are also the ending of a chapter. You have here looking at new opportunities, the Two of Wands, because you have the, the Page of Wands? No, you have the World, the Judgment. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so here, the Two of Wands, new opportunities, partnerships, and you're considering them with a whole lot of responsibilities on you. So it could be opportunities with additional responsibilities. It could be that you're feeling burdened and you're looking at new opportunities. Or it could be adding on new duties, new responsibilities. Because look at the final outcome. This is very good. I think this is your new job or work. King of Wands, this can be a work situation. It could be a boss. It could be a mentor. And the Seven of Pentacles is work. Seven of Pentacles is that you learned the skill. You nurtured whatever it was, and waiting for harvest. I think just came to me that someone has had your own business gig, and someone's approaching you to buy you out at a good price, which could also be your Ten of Pentacles. I just got the hit on that. But you've had your own business, and someone's offering to buy you out. And you wouldn't have to work there anymore. You would have enough money to be. But remember, here's the other thing. Well, no, because it's going to be a good outcome. So I was saying, that changes. If you had staff, it could affect them. But it's not. It's the Ten of Pentacles. It's good outcome. There's nothing negative about it for you. And so through your hard work is harvest time. And the King of Wands. I think the King of Wands could be someone that wants to buy you out. Or it could be you with the Lion staying true to what you want. Or it could be a company and you get a job offer there. So good things are coming to you, Taurus. You got the Sun. You have all those major arcanas. And you have all those wands. So even though you had your Tower moment, it's, the Tower moment was clearing the way. Now I'm going to pull a few oracle cards. I'm going to pull one wisdom of the oracle. I'm going to pull an I Ching today because we haven't done that for a while. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. What's the card for Taurus? Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. The card for Taurus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And here's your card right here. Loyal heart. There are people around you that are going to help you. The loyal heart is number 35. 35. Okay. It is fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. Evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Yeah, maybe that's that night, that King of Wands. And then you have that. So, it could be that he's helping you too. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you in turn commit fully to them. There is sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. Well, that's a great card. Let's put that there. The next card we're going to pull is the Career and Life Oracle. I like these cards. I like how they look too. I really like the back of them. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. Oh, I'm so glad to be in Vegas. It really is a whole different energy. And, in the Algarve, they were having pouring down rain. We had one afternoon where it rained, and we did have wind, but it's sunny every day, and we don't have the humidity. With the humidity, they had mold in Portugal. So I just, this is where I was supposed to be. But I had to go to Portugal because I was in Castro Marin, which was the home of the Knights Templar. And I had, in my previous life, been there in that castle as a Knights Templar, so I needed to complete some sort of thing. That's why I was there in that village. So, Vegas is my home. I'm not a gambler. I don't go down on the strips. I do like the music, but I really like the vibe of being here. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. And what is the card that you have for Taurus? Okay, let's see what we have here for you for this week. This is for career. So you have all those wands. My goodness, projects. Okay, shredding. You're starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and medicine. That's interesting, isn't it? But remember, the final outcome was the King of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles work. And you also had the Ten of Pentacles. So there's major changes coming along in your life. So for some of you, maybe you need, look at the healing arts, maybe some alternatives. Someone, aromatherapy. Someone's been thinking about aromatherapy. Okay. Now, the Louise Hay and angels and archangels and spirit guides. What do you have for our wonderful Taurus? Also, I have been stocking up on basics, and a lot of the psychics are suggesting that you stock up, for a couple of reasons. One is there could be major weather situations where you can't get to the store, or the stores are closed or something, or a change in access of money. So, stock up on basics that you have for several days that you might need. This is not something that I came up with. This is, many of the psychics are saying this, so I'm stocking up. My parents had the 30-day emergency shelf of food, which came out of their living in the Depression. So I have enough now to, if I needed to. I've got basic foods. Okay, life supports me. Life created me to be fulfilled. I trust life, and life is always there at any turn. I am safe. Here. Okay. The I Ching right here. And then I'm going to pull the Starlight card. Okay, Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What is the card that you have here? And angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the card for Taurus? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right here. 3 piles. And it's this card right here. Returning. And it is number 24, returning. Now that circle is actually from the circle of light here. And I don't know if anybody's seen any orbs. I haven't done a lot of energy here because this is temporary. And once I move to my permanent place, I'll really start doing a lot of energy work. 24. Okay. Returning. A turning point recharges you and eventually brings success. This hexagram is associated with the turning of darkness back towards the light. With the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, the day when darkness begins to decrease and the hours of daylight start to increase. This is the cusp of a turnaround, a time for letting go of the old and making way for the new, a time of new beginnings. Yes, it is. And it all starts with rest. Don't move too fast, as a new momentum is just beginning. The turnaround requires that your energy be recharged by adequate rest so that your life force is not depleted prematurely. This principle of hibernation, of allowing energy to renew itself, remember the death card, that's renewal, and be strengthened by rest applies to many situations. Recuperation after an illness, the slow return of trust after a period of estrangement, the careful development of new relationships after the splitting apart of old ones. So it's, remember the death card, the renewal, new beginnings. Okay, and then we're going to have the star seed light, the starlight for our meditation card. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the message for our Taurus for this week? Here we go. There. Okay, and it is breakthrough. For a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. Let me read this again. For a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. So that's all about change. You know, your tower moment. It's a rebirth. You know, 3 different messages you have about renewal and rebirth. The death card, the I Ching, and this. So Spirit's telling you in 3 different ways. Thank you so much, Taurus. I love all of you. Thank you so much for your support, for your kind words. You don't know how much it means to me to have your kind messages. I think of us as globally. And now that I'm more settled and situated, you know, I'm able to do the readings on a regular basis again. So thank you so much for being faithful, supporting me through all these changes. I really appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, please consider that. And Nina and I are sending you light and love from Las Vegas.